Hello student, this is second recording on the female reproductive system in humans. In the first recording, I have already completed the ovary, oviduct, uterus and vagina, which actually directly comes as an answer for the question describe the female reproductive system. Now the next part of the reproductive system is external genitalia, which is also called as a vulva, pair of vestibular glands and a pair of mammary glands, which is a secondary sexual character. I will be completing in this recording, and this may come as a direct question for describe the external genitalia, or they may give you the diagram and ask you to label. Clear? Now we will see the external. Next part of the female reproductive system is external genitalia. Now external genitalia, collectively called, is what is external genitalia? It is a part external to the vagina. This is a part which is external to the vagina, and they are collectively called as vulva. See here, they are collectively called as vulva. The meaning of vulva is covering or wrapping. The another term used for the vulva is pudendum. So this is pudendum. Now the diagram of vulva is this. This is a diagram of vulva. Now the entire structure consisting of 5 parts. Remember, the first part is called as a vestibule. What is vestibule? It is a vertical median depression. This is a vertical median depression which encloses 2 openings, urethral opening and vaginal opening. And this opening or the depression is protected and covered by a membranous structure called as labia minora. This is labia minora. See here, this is a labia minora, outer one. Now labia minora is a fold inner side of the labia majora, and they are posteriorly merging and forming a fourchette, right, or a fold. Whereas anteriorly they are forming a hood-like structure, the upper side, protecting the clitoris, and this hood is called as a clitoral hood. Now next one is here is a clitoris. It is a small conical and sensitive projection. This is small conical sensitive projection at the anterior end of the labia minora. It has a pair of this clitoris has a pair of erectile tissue, and the name of the tissue is corpora cavernosa. It is same as the same tissue as you find in the penis of the male. That is why it is called that it is homologous to the penis of male. Now next to the labia minora is outer side is labia majora. They are 2 large fold. They are 2 large fold forms the boundary of the vulva. Vulva का boundary बनाते हैं ये, right? It is homologous to the scrotum, and they protect the inner openings or inner vestibule, which is having the 2 openings. Clear? Now the next part is the upper part here. This is called as the mons pubis. It is a fleshy elevation above the labia majora, and this contains, actually this portion is hairy, and those hairs are called as pubic hairs. Okay, now this is external genitalia. Now next comes the accessory glands. Accessory glands are also called as vestibular glands and Bartholin glands. They are in a pair, one on each side of the vaginal opening, and their function is same as corpus gland of male, that they secrete the lubricating fluid. Now where are they found? They are found here. They are found here, this side and this side. This is the vaginal opening. On either side you will find the gland called as Bartholin glands. Now the next is mammary glands. Mammary glands, commonly known as breast. The diagram you see here, and you must have noticed also this structure develops after certain age, that is at the puberty, and this is called as a secondary sexual character also in female. It is accessory organ of the female, and it is related to the production of milk after parturition. When the baby is born, it starts releasing the milk to feed the babies. Now development of this breast takes place at puberty and under the influence of hormone estrogen and progesterone. Now once actually during the once the breast is developed, lectotrophic hormones What hormone? Lactotrophic hormone, that is LTH, or prolactin helps to develop the lactiferous tubule during pregnancy. Now the structure of this gland, you will study internal structure. When you take a section, how will they look? These glands are the pair of round structure. They are the pair, दो नंबर होते हैं. They are found, location wow, they are found in the pectoral region on the ventral thoracic wall between second to sixth rib. They are the modified gland. Now, internally, each breast contain glandular tissue and variable amount of fat. Internal, they have a glandular tissue and variable amount of fat. Now, the glandular tissue, glandular tissue of each breast is divided into 15 to 20 mammary lobes. Each lobe contains clusters of cells called alveoli. The alveoli secrete milk, which is stored in the lumen of alveoli. Each alveoli open into a tubule. The tubule again join and forms a mammary duct. The mammary duct join and forms a wider mammary ampulla, which is connected to the lactiferous duct. Lactiferous duct open into a nipple located near the tip of the breast. Now nipple is surrounded by a dark brown color circular area of the skin called as areola. Now how actually the breast ka internal diagrams is. See here, they have the nipple, right? Here you have a lactiferous, more than one lactiferous tubule duct. Now this lactiferous duct merges into ampulla. This is lactiferous duct. Then this is ampulla. Right? Mammary ampulla. Now mammary ampulla has many mammary ducts. This mammary duct has alveoli tubules. See here, this is alveoli. This is alveoli, this is alveoli, this is alveoli, right? Similarly, and this alveoli collectively forms one lobe. This is one lobe. And this is mammary duct. Duct. This is lobe. And this is alveoli. Similarly, you have another lobe. Like this, you will be having in each breast 15 to 20 mammary lobe. कितना होता है? 15 to 20 mammary lobe. I have drawn and showed you one lobe, second lobe, third lobe, and they merging, opening into one common duct called as ampulla. Then ampulla is opening into lactiferous, and lactiferous opening into a nipple. This is a nipple. And you have a dark brown color pigmented skin. This skin area is called as an areola. I hope that you have understood this. With this, I have completed the system of reproduction. Now, next I will be starting with the oogenesis, that is the development of ovum or the egg, which is again a complex one, student. When I'll forward you the recording, it's better you study and then listen to my video. Okay.